Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Finch's Flight. In the last episode, Finch battled a ghostly pirate crew for their pirate treasure. He actually went into the cave searching for rubies, but we were never able to find them before he ran out of food. So over the past few days, I've been doing my best to dig deeper into those mines, and I finally found us one of these super special rubies. I was only able to come across one, and I only found it inside one of the treasure chests, so these things are seriously rare. We're going to have to keep this really safe, and I figured we'll probably take it straight over to the sacred temple, because that's where we're going to set it down for our big wedding day with Griffin. But since the last episode, the game has been updated too. We're on version 1.3, which adds a whole bunch of new features to the game. The biggest one is probably the new marriageable cats. You can now marry all of the medicine cats across the various colonies. So Doc, Luna, Crampy, and even Galen too. That is one feature that Finch isn't very likely to take part in, since he's already had his heart stolen by Griffin. But maybe if we do decide to explore the world as one of Penny's other kittens, that's something that we'll explore a little bit more. Now aside from that, they have added some brand new features, and one that I am super excited about should be something that Coco can help us out with. So I believe if we go into our Managed Colony menu, we should be able to find a brand new item inside here. There's this thing called the task board, which will give us new missions to complete every day for special points. So I would imagine that Finch probably wants to set this thing up like somewhere right next to his den. If we could maybe pop it right up here, we'll have to move some things around first. I think that would probably be the best place. Maybe he even wants to set this thing up so the cats around his colony can voice their concerns here. This is where they can put in their special requests for the leader, like if they need more food in their den or if they're running low on herbs. Finch has been traveling around quite a bit lately, if just to get ready for this big celebration with Griffin, so he probably feels like he's been slacking a little bit, keeping everybody happy. So, despite how strange it looks next to all of our highland scenery, this is going to do wonders for him. We even have his little leader's stump set up right next to it, and all of his berries stashed behind too, so he can pick up a good snack while he's reading the day's notes. So let's get out of here and see how it works. Hopefully there will already be a little task that we can complete here. Let's see what it says. This wooden board has many tasks posted to it. What would you like to do? So we can read today's task, we can spend our task tokens, which is the brand new currency, or we can see how this whole thing works. Each day you'll find one task posted to the task board. If you accept a task, you'll have until midnight of the same day to complete it. Completing a task will grant you task tokens, which may be exchanged at this board for rewards. You can see your active task at any time by looking at your world map. Come back every day for a new task to complete. Alright, sounds easy enough. So I wonder if it's actually going to show us like which cats want this too. Let's see what today's task is. Is anyone free to pick up one catnip for me? That would be cool. And the reward is a sea bass as well as 2 task tokens. So it doesn't have any name attached to it, but I guess we can make our own assumptions based on the things that they're giving us and the things that they're asking for. One catnip is pretty generic though. Thankfully we have so much catnip stashed away, so we could actually just go over here to Galen's Grove and pick this straight up. So we know it's definitely not Galen who's asking for the catnip right now because he could just get it himself. I wonder if it's somebody who is a little bit too embarrassed to ask for the catnip, or who doesn't want Galen to know that they want it. Well, let's go ahead and offer this up to the board. Good work, here's your reward, come back tomorrow for another task. And that should mean that we have some sea bass in our inventory too, excellent. So a nice big fish for us to munch on while we explore. So let's see what rewards we can get from this thing too. I wonder what sort of things are going to be in the shop. Probably plenty of different fur colors. I think I read that there are 7 new colors that we can collect, so I'm sure they're going to be in here somewhere. There's plenty of food though, some herbs and bass, and even some catnip too to replace what we just used. Oh, and this is where we can buy blue ladybugs, catfish even. Those were 2 extremely rare things that we had to give to the forest guardian. So I guess this would be a good way to complete those tasks. We can even gain a little bit of experience points from this. 25 experience points, that doesn't seem like very much. We can buy mole cash, we can buy mews. pinecone toss. Unlock a new active skill that will allow you to quickly throw a pinecone for a punishing projectile attack. Oh my gosh, Finch has to learn this. It's so fitting too because he has all of these lovely trees up here in the highlands. This could be like his special attack, Finch's special skill. Yeah, but that might be the first one that we buy as soon as we have 6 of these tokens. There's a shield active skill too. It will allow you to become invulnerable to all damage for a few seconds. Now that would be seriously useful if we go invading the mountain colony, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that too. And then bug bait. Unlock a new active skill that will allow you to attract a swarm of in-season bugs. No effect in the winter time, because there's no bugs in winter. Well, that sounds awfully mysterious. Is it another one of the battling skills? Or is it just going to attract like a whole bunch of dragonflies that we can catch? We might have to try that one out too. That one definitely has me intrigued. And as far as coat colors go, we have the wind tabby color. Oh, that one looks gorgeous in the indigo color too. I love a good purple skin. Daffodil, basil, neon, ghost, and rainbow. Oh, could you imagine this one on Starling? I think I actually saw a little preview of this on the developer's Twitter page. And if that's what this is definitely going straight on our little shopkeeper. A shimmering, ever-changing color for a busy cat. Watch the colors shift before your eyes. Yep, I found Starling's permanent coat, I think. As soon as we have enough tokens for that, he is never going to want to change. Not that he would ever have to if the coat does truly change right before your eyes. So we can't complete any more tasks today, but maybe we should talk to our cats to see if anybody has been tipping into the catnip stash. I wonder who managed to receive that. Hello, my liege. I have discovered a gold ore which I would like for you to have. Oh, excellent, Claudius. I guess he's been out mining for the moles as well? It's always good to know that our other cats are doing their work for the moles too. Maybe we could even combine our mole cache to get something special. Now, Slee, you are a pretty laid-back cat. I wonder if she's using her day off to indulge in a little bit of catnip. Do you spend much time in the wetlands, Finch? I often see strange plants blooming in the autumn that aren't there any other time of year. Oh, you must be talking about the snake lilies? Now that's another thing we're going to have to pick up today. We want to find some snake lilies to spread around the sacred temple too. So since we will be dropping off our ruby, it would probably be a good idea to grab a bunch of those. Finch, what do I owe the pleasure of your visit? Finch, didn't you tell me the other day that you want a red ladybug? Anyway, I caught you one, hope you like it. Starling, I feel like you've done this before. We already have a red ladybug and it is very much alive, thank you very much. Well, before we scoot on over to Griffin, I'm pretty sure I also read that shopkeepers with a high friendship with us will give us a discount in their shops now. So I was curious if maybe our brother is finally going to ease up on his prices a little bit. Yes, it looks like this stuff is quite a bit cheaper. Well, that's going to be super helpful when we go to purchase those bigger expansions, the inventory expansions. If only we had it around for that shiny trinket that we purchased. We could even buy these colors for a discounted price, and the styles too. Oh, that's hardly anything, 85 mews? I'm very tempted to purchase that right now, but I guess we should probably wait. We do have our eyes on the nursery upgrade anyways, and I'm sure that the moles aren't going to offer us any special discounts. We'll see if maybe Galen will offer a discount for healing too, because goodness knows Finch could use it after fighting all of those ghosts. Hey, I'm really glad you came by, Finch. I was starting to get bored. I'm pretty sure I like this relationship thing. I could see this lasting for a long time. Like, maybe forever? I don't know. Oh, Griffin. That has to be one of my favorite dialogue options with him. That is just the cutest. He acts so embarrassed, but you can tell that he really appreciates Finch. It's a great day for spending time with a friend. What's your plans for today? Well, since we've finished all of our tasks for the day, it would probably be a good idea for us to make sure that the borders are kept secure. We don't need a Leo creeping in after all, learning our new secrets, as Finch plays with the pine cones of the forest, perfecting his projectile attack. We could use a little bit of healing before we go, though. Let me see what's the matter. I can treat you fully for 13 mews if you'd like, or I can just give you a small dose for 4 mews. Yeah, that is one serious discount. Go ahead and treat me fully, Galen, and we'll be all nice and ready to go charging into battle with Leo. So we've spoken to everyone, Finch is in tip-top condition again. I think it's time for us to take our Ruby and head on down to the swamps, so we can grab a couple of those snake lilies too. Now I do know that there was a battle around here, so we might as well take care of that first. Alyssa has been acting awfully strange lately, leading her cats straight to our borders, almost like she's working for Leo again. Maybe it's a good thing that we have all of this fish in our inventory. I do have plenty of shells stashed away to give her, but I guess the fish will do for now. She basically likes anything that comes from the water. Ooh, and a little catnip can't hurt either. Yeah, Finch has really become a collector of catnip over the years. He has quite a bit of it stashed away too. We'll go ahead and offer that up straight to their colony, because that's a great way to get on their good side. And here's the battle. There's actually a cat in there that looks almost exactly like Finch. I think it's Bella. She even has the golden eyes that he has too. Quite mysterious. I wonder if there's some distant relation there. Well, I think we might have to call in our allies if we can't take care of them alone, but Finch is doing pretty good. Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's a blue jay up there? Oh, we have to be so careful not to lead these cats straight toward the blue jay, or else they're going to scare it off. You know what, Finch, you better go ahead and munch on one of your doves, maybe for a little extra good luck. Hopefully a dove in your belly will allow you to pounce on that blue jay with no problem, and hopefully it's not going to despawn either. I think as long as we don't scare it, and as long as no new reinforcements come in, it shouldn't go anywhere. There we go. Oh no! Moonbeam, where did you come from? Oh, I'm so tempted to have our allies take care of this. You know what, just in case, let's go ahead and summon our allies, and they should be able to scare Moonbeam away. Hopefully that's the last one too. There we go. The battle has been won. So you two? Oh no, are there more? Lucy's coming in from the north? Oh, please tell me this is it. You two stay right there. Don't you dare follow after Finch, because there is something very special waiting in the corner. Okay, after all of that, if we don't manage to catch this blue jay... Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I just saw the arrow pop up, but... did it actually despawn? Oh, Finch, that is so disappointing. Maybe it's just creeping around the trees? Do you think maybe it's back there? Yes! Oh, you were hiding from us, sir. What a sneaky little bird. I wonder if we should save this in the back of our den. Do you think maybe somebody would ask for it in the task board? And I mean, if we don't have a blue jay just lying around, that would be seriously hard for us to give. Oh my goodness, there are so many cats here now. What on earth happened? Alyssa must have heard that we caught a blue jay on her territory. Well, sorry guys, but this thing is staying in our pockets. But yeah, I wonder if they can ask for like super rare prey of the forest too. That would probably give us quite a few of those task points, and then we would be able to buy some of these special things faster. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little page from Penny's book maybe, and tuck that thing right into the back of our den. Now, Finch, you better go ahead and munch on some of your herbs. Go ahead and eat your crow. And then I think you're going to have to sprint your way down to the swamp this time. Just avoid any of the battles and try to get to their main camp. Otherwise, you're going to miss everybody as they go into their dens to sleep. I'm not really sure what time Alyssa goes to bed. I'd imagine that she probably tucks in a bit earlier than some of the other cats. Oh, look at this! They have a task board in their territory too? Can we... Okay, we can't take any tasks for the Mystic Colony, so every single one is different? Well, that's good to know. I wonder if we can take tasks for them if we have a certain reputation. It does look like Alyssa may have turned in, unfortunately. In fact, I don't even see the Oracle poking around here. But she must be at the borders somewhere. Did I just miss her? Nope, it looks like all of their cats are actually in for the night. Okay. Well, that's a bit disappointing. I guess we'll have to wait for tomorrow then, but we can always creep around the swamps a little bit more to pick up some of those snake lilies. So, where is the best place for us to find them? I think they're basically scattered all around the swamps. This tile is surprisingly empty though, aside from the hopping toads, of course, one of Griffin's favorite treats. They're pretty easy for us to catch if we just chase them straight into the water, so even if we miss the first pounce, the swamplands are great for toad collecting. Let's just do a quick sweep on some of these other tiles. We'll sprint on down to whatever herbs are in this corner, and then we're going to have to warp back to our den. Oh, it's getting so late, and we didn't find a single one of our snake lilies. That's a bit unfortunate, but I know they're growing around here somewhere, so we're not going to give up. I did find one snake lily while I was wandering around after our ruby expedition, so I guess if nothing else, we could always decorate with this. We'll have to make sure that we keep a stash inside the den too, so Griffin can start growing his snake lilies inside our actual garden. But let's go ahead and drop off some of our toads over here, and drop off that special blue jay too. We'll tuck this thing somewhere really special, maybe right back here with our sapphire. That way we won't lose track of it. Now go ahead and get some sleep, Finch, and then we'll see what task is waiting for us tomorrow. That's actually really exciting. I feel like that's one of the things that this game was missing. Even simple fetch tasks offers you something to look forward to every day you play. Let's go ahead and pick up this conch shell today too, just in case we have some extra time to give it to Alyssa. Now let's go, Finch. What sort of special little task has your colony left for you? Wait a second, did all of these berries just move? Oh my gosh, Claudius must have dug them out from behind this bulletin board for us. Well, thank you, Claudius. It would probably be pretty hard for us to drag that out anyways, so we'll plop them over here right next to our stump. There we go, much, much better. See, Claudius is always looking out for us. Maybe that means that he left the task on the board today? Let's see what it says. Fellow squirrel enthusiast of the world, I am in dire need of 6 squirrels. I don't care what type. They'll give us a toad and 3 task tokens. 6 squirrels, you guys! Oh my gosh, I don't think Finch has ever tried to hunt down that many squirrels in one day before. But the fact that they're going to give us a frog is very, very curious. I wonder if that's just their way of really trying to get Finch's attention, because they know that he loves them so much, so he wouldn't be able to resist. Or do you think that Griffin is actually concocting a little scheme of his own? I wonder what he's planning. With that many squirrels, it has to be something serious. Well, thank you for the dove, Galen. It's not quite the squirrel we're looking for today. Oh my goodness, and I think I just stole your sapphire. Let's plop that right back down over here. We don't want to accidentally sell that off to Starling or something. Did you ever see a catnip that looked as good as this one? I found it just for you. Please accept it as a gift. Also quite curious, Mango. Surely this is not the same catnip that we just gave to some mysterious cat on our bulletin board. We'll plop that back into Galen's Grove and stash it away for some future task. We'll have to see if we have any squirrels lying around in the prey pile, but to be honest, I'm not sure that we do. We did use quite a bit of the food inside the mines. I think you dropped this marigold. Here, take it. Ooh, nice. Quite a few gifts from our cats today. That's 3 out of 3 so far. Well, after we go ahead and munch on one of our doves, and give Griffin his toad, I almost forgot. I kept this in my inventory just for you, Griffin. We have missed a couple of days since we're stocking up for the wedding. Well, we've got to make sure that Griffin is kept happy too. So let's sprint on over to Starling's shop and see if he has anything new for us today too. Finch, didn't you tell me the other day that you wanted a trout? Anyway, I got you one. Hope you like it. Yeah, much, much better than the red ladybug that you gave us the day before. That's something that we can definitely use while we're traveling around the world. Slate is still feeling curious about those snake lilies, it seems. We didn't find any new ones yesterday, but we do have one tucked away inside our pocket. I just don't really think that this is something she would end up liking as a gift. Maybe it's something that she could use in battle, but I'm not sure that she would be too pleased if we offered it up to her this morning. Now, it looks like we have one gray squirrel inside this prey pile, but I wonder if that's even something that they'll accept. Something tells me it probably has to be the normal squirrels, or else they would have asked specifically for a gray squirrel. We'll keep it in our inventory nonetheless, just in case. But we're gonna have to try to figure out where we can actually catch squirrels for one. It's not something that Finch ever goes out of his way for. I mean, we'd probably have to go somewhere with quite a few trees. To be honest, I would expect... Oh, it actually does work, and it tells us right here. We have 5 more remaining. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I would expect that maybe the squirrels would be somewhere in the forest colony, so we might have a bit of traveling to do to get there. But it looks like we have some battles to fight along the way anyways, so I guess Finch will be heading in that direction. Now, if they asked for frogs, Finch would have no trouble with that. He knows exactly where the best places to catch frogs are. He has spent years finding the best places to catch them, but we don't often see squirrels on the same tiles. I wonder if somewhere like the orchard would be a good place to find them. We have a lot of mice running around these parts, but the orchard does have quite a few trees. Yeah, maybe we'll swing by the orchard before we go anywhere else today. We might as well sprint all the way down too. As long as we don't scare away any squirrels, then we should be fine. The orchard is right below the sacred temple, so let's start heading off in this direction, Finch. If only we had a little bit of valerian for you to munch on. We should probably make sure that we keep that in our back pockets. Oh, and speak of the devil, go ahead and munch on some of your berries, and then we'll have you use this too, so you should be able to get to the orchard much, much faster. Thankfully, our sprinting skill recovers quite quickly, so we can always use this to get us there too. But the sprinting skill is going to be gone the moment we get that pine cone skill. So here's how the sacred temple is coming along so far. We have little flowers dotting around the corners. We have our red roses, our fireflies, our toads, and our frogs. But now we have a beautiful, dazzling ruby to add to the mix. Let's try to place this right in the middle, right between the 2 frogs if we can. I'll have to make sure that I'm aligning this up just right, but I'm pretty sure that this is just about where our cats are going to be when they're getting married. So I think this is going to look pretty special. Now, where should we start putting our snake lilies? Maybe also in the corners, right next to all the valerian? We'll have to find quite a bit to fill this place up, but I'm sure that Finch would be up for the task. We still have a few good days before he'll be confident enough to ask Griffin anyways. Oh, yes! It looks like there are squirrels here. No, don't go off the screen. Oh, what a bummer. But at least we know that there are definitely squirrels in the orchard, so this might just be the place we were looking for. There's something up here, but it might just be a mouse. It was a gray arrow. Yeah, looks like this guy can just be chased away. Go on, stop swimming through the pond, get off our screen. We need some squirrels to spawn. I wonder if maybe we can increase our hunting skill. Oh yes, we definitely can. Let's go ahead and increase this to level 9. That way it should be a bit easier for him to actually pounce on these things, because we are starting to run out of time. We only have until midnight to find all the squirrels that we need, and really now we're just finding mice. What, do they scare all the squirrels away or something? 2 more mice in the pond. Okay, I think that squirrel that we saw was a trap. This is clearly not the best place for us to pick up any squirrels, and I can't imagine we'll be able to find 5 of them before the day is done. Well, let's at least try to figure out where they spawn. That way, if we do receive this quest again, it'll be much, much easier for us to complete it. It makes me kind of sad, though. I mean, if this was meant for Griffin, he's going to be a bit disappointed when we can't pull through. Not that it was the easiest thing to ask for, but Finch is going to go home feeling so defeated. I'm pretty sure we're deep into the heart of Forest Colony territory now. Yep, this is the Fairy Wood, and I already know that this is the perfect place to hunt down doves. Doves, turtles every now and then, and sometimes those frogs too, so I know we're not going to find too many squirrels here. The Forest Central? Oh, this seems to be a good place for bunnies. I vaguely remember Penny hunting quite a few bunnies here in her time, and it looks like the guards are definitely alive and well. But Finch, there is no way you're going to be able to find your squirrels now. Let's just have him warp back home so we can actually get a good night's sleep. Otherwise, he'll end up waking up too late, and then we might not even be able to finish our task tomorrow either. So that is definitely a bummer. We only had that one gray squirrel, and it was only because we had it to begin with. So I guess we'll have to take a bit of advice from Claudia's and make sure that we really stock that thing full. It'll probably be even harder for us to complete these tasks in the wintertime when the prey is so scarce. But I can't wait to unlock some of our first rewards there. So maybe in the next episode, we'll see if we can gather up enough of those task points to unlock us a brand new skill. Finch's dreams of whaling pine cones at his enemies will finally come true. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!